Horror movies aren't just meant to scare us, they're designed to make us confront our deepest fears, question what's real,
Saw these assholes before!
and remind us that the unknown is always lurking just beyond the shadows. With everyone's favorite spooky holiday quickly approaching, there's no better time to dive into some dark theories and hidden secrets of some of our favorite horror films. Let's get to it.
Certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie.
The Blair Witch Project. The Blair Witch Project is a film from 1999 that follows three student filmmakers, Heather, Mike, and Josh, who venture into the woods of Burkittsville, Maryland, to investigate the local legend of the Blair Witch. As they document their journey, strange and eerie events begin to unfold. Unsettling noises at night, mysterious stick figures and rock formations appear around their campsite. For years, we've believed the terror came from a supernatural force, an ancient witch haunting the woods. But what if the witch never existed? According to a compelling fan theory, the real monsters were Mike and Josh all along. Think about it for a second. Mike admits to throwing away the map, yet he's completely unfazed when it goes missing. Josh criticizes Heather relentlessly throughout the trip. The unsettling sounds at night? Could Mike, the sound engineer, have staged them? The stick figures and rock formations left there ahead of time for Heather to discover. Every creepy encounter wasn't the work of some unseen force, but the result of two friends toying with Heather's mind. And in the end, when Heather finds Mike standing eerily still in the basement facing the wall, was he possessed by the witch? Or was it part of their final, horrifying plan? Rewatching the Blair Witch Project with this theory in mind turns the supernatural horror into a film about human betrayal, which can be just as terrifying. Scream. The Scream franchise revolves around a series of murders committed by different individuals wearing the iconic Ghostface mask, with each killer inspired by horror movie tropes. The first film introduces Sidney Prescott, a high school student who becomes the primary target of Ghostface after her mother's murder. Over the course of the franchise, Sidney, along with her friends and law enforcement, battles various killers, all of whom have their own twisted motives tied to her family or personal connections. We all know Billy and Stu as the twisted masterminds behind the Ghostface killings, the original Scream, but one theory makes their partnership even darker. What if Billy and Stu weren't just friends, but half-brothers? Scream 3 revealed that Billy's motive was rooted in his mother's affair with Sidney's father, but this theory suggests that Billy wasn't the only one with a personal vendetta. Stu, too, was driven by a family secret, his father's affair with Billy's mother. This theory gives Stu a deeper motive. It wasn't just about the thrill of the kill for him. It was personal revenge against the parents who betrayed him. Their partnership wasn't just a psychotic game. It was two boys, abandoned and broken by their families, finding twisted solace in their mutual hatred. This theory adds a new tragic layer to Stu's character. He's not just a thrill seeker, but someone consumed by the lies and secrets of his family. I could also go into a theory about how Stu is still alive, but that's for a later video. The Thing. For over 4 decades, this 1982 sci-fi horror classic has left viewers haunted, debating the same question. Who among the survivors is human and who has been infected by the alien parasite? The terror in The Thing comes not only from the alien itself, but from the slow creeping paranoia that makes the characters and us question everything and everyone. But what if that paranoia is only scratching the surface? One theory suggests something much bigger. A theory originally posted to Reddit claims that there weren't just one, but two opposing things from the very start. Two alien creatures secretly at war, using the humans as their battleground. The first thing, it came from the dog that we see in the opening scenes, the one running away from the Norwegian camp. The second, it came from the Norwegian scientist chasing it. The Norwegian scientist is desperately trying to kill the dog. If he were infected by the same alien entity, why would he want to destroy another infected creature? It doesn't make sense, unless the dog is carrying a different thing. That would explain the erratic behavior at the base, why some infected characters don't seem to cooperate, why no one fully trusts anyone else.
I don't know who to trust.
I know what you mean, Blair.
Trust's a tough thing to come by these days.
The men at the camp aren't just victims of an alien invasion. They're pawns in a hidden war between two opposing extraterrestrial forces. This theory posits that each thing has its own agenda, and the humans are caught in the middle of an interstellar conflict they never even realize is happening. The Witch. Robert Eggers' 2015 horror masterpiece terrified audiences with its tale of supernatural dread. But what if there was never a witch at all? A chilling fan theory suggests that the real horror isn't lurking in the woods, but in the mind of Thomason herself. The theory claims that every time we see the witch or some supernatural event, It's either before Thomasin sleeps or after she wakes, implying that the witch might be nothing more than a dream. It suggests that Thomasin, overwhelmed by the suffocating suspicion of her family, could have caused their downfall herself. Some even believe she murdered her siblings, not out of malice, but to protect them from their abusive father. The witch? Just a coping mechanism, a figment of her imagination to ease her guilt. This idea doesn't just fit with The Witch, it taps into folk horror's long tradition of portraying humans as the true evil, like in The Wicker Man or Witchfinder General. It also mirrors the witch hysteria of the 1600s, where fear and superstition caused real harm, just as Thomasin's imagined evil does to her family. If this theory is true, it would mean that we, as the audience, have been rooting for the real villain all along, making the film's slow descent into madness even more terrifying. Army of Darkness. 1992's Army of Darkness is beloved for its wild action, slapstick humor, and Ash Williams' over-the-top bravado. But what if the entire medieval adventure was all in Ash's head? There's an interesting fan theory that suggests Ash never actually traveled back in time. Instead, the events of Army of Darkness are the delusions of a man driven mad by the horrors he endured in Evil Dead 2. In Evil Dead 2, we witness Ash spiral into madness, particularly in the infamous scene where he laughs hysterically alongside the cabin's inanimate objects. This theory argues that from this moment on, Ash's mind breaks completely. The dramatic tonal shift from horror to slapstick humor marks Ash's descent into a fantasy world where he's not a terrified survivor, but a clumsy, quippy hero. Instead of facing his trauma, he escapes into a delusion where he's transported to the Middle Ages, leading an absurd battle against skeletons and demons. Throughout Army of Darkness, Ash's behavior is more comical than heroic. He bumbles his way through battles, yet always seems to win. According to the theory, these exaggerated triumphs are Ash's way of coping with the trauma he experienced. He's not a medieval hero, he's still in the cabin, trapped in his own mind, using these fantasies to escape the horror of what happened to him. Regardless, the film is a lot of fun either way. So there you have it. Are any of these theories even remotely plausible? Let me know down below in the comments, and please like and share this video if you enjoyed it. Also, let me know if there are any topics you'd like the Movie Mind to cover next. Thanks for watching.